here. Great news. We've got Pastor McRae coming on here in just a few minutes, and he'll talk about how he is feeding Orlando during these times. Obviously, there is a crisis going on, and there are people that can't afford food. So he's doing a great job and getting out there and getting in the community and helping out. He is from ECC Orlando, which is a local Christian chapter. So we'll have him come on, and I'm looking forward to speaking to him. I just have to send him an email here. All right, email sent. And we still have about 10 minutes probably until we see him jump on here. But this should be a good one. Hey.
I think we're in, Dan.
How are you, sir?
And I'm doing great, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing outstanding, man. I'm so glad to meet you face to face.
Yes, sir. Glad to meet you as well.
I'm glad Sean reached out to me and told me what you're doing and kind of how you're trying to help folks that can't afford to help themselves. So that's really cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have been doing it for nearly 10 years, but during this season right now of COVID, we really amped up our efforts, and our church has been founded and based upon just reaching out and servicing our community.
That's awesome. So what we'll do is I'll take us live to Facebook, and then what I'll do is I'll just introduce you, Pastor Derrick McRae. And it says here, founder and senior pastor of Experience Christian Center.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'll introduce you. I'll say that I really like what he's doing. He's feeding Orlando right now, which he's always done, but obviously in a time of crisis, he's really stepped up his game. He's going to let us know what he's doing. How can people help him? What do we need to do to be involved or whatever? And then I'll just kind of say, go ahead, Pastor, take it away,
Sounds great, man. I'm about to add you right now on social media too, so.
Oh, good. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the Facebook thing and just give me a minute because I got to put a title on it so people know who I'm talking to.
Okay.
And then I'll let you know as soon as we're live.
Perfect.
Oh, whoops, I hit the wrong button. We don't want to end the meeting. We just begin it. All right. There we go. Is there anybody else you'd like me to invite into this, or we're good, just you and I?
We're good, just you and I.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good, just you and I.
All right, if you don't see me for a minute, I'm just trying to get this thing set up.
Okay.
What is it's the Experience Christian
Center.
So I can see if I can tag it on here. It's got like a blue logo.
Yep, blue and gold.
Okay.
And I'm adding you as a friend on my actual friend page right now.
Awesome. Thank you so much. About feeding Orlando in this time of need.
So if you want to tag me in as well, I have a lot better viewage.
Yes, I did. I tagged you and your church.
Perfect. That's great.
And then obviously, I always tell people, and some people do it, some people don't, who knows, but I always tell people can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I always tell people when we're done, you can go into the comments and put all your information on how they can help, what they can do, even
Perfect.
what you're doing right now. We'll talk about how are you praying with your people right now. I mean,
Yes,
there's
sir.
got to be, I know they say you can have church, but we also understand that being together like that might affect us. So,
Yep.
all right, I'm going to click go live, and then I'll let you know when we're there.
Okay.
You might see it, or you might see it before I tell you anyway. Yeah, it looks like we are live. So we're here live with Pastor McRae over at the Experience Christian Center. And I'm really excited to have him on because obviously in this shift of our economy, there are people out there that are really in need of food.
Yeah.
And not only has he been feeding Orlando always, but in a time of need like we have right now, he's really stepped it up and he's doing campaigns to get food and get this to the folks who need it. And I'll let him take it away and tell you guys what he's doing. Go ahead, Pastor. Thanks for coming on.
Man, I'm super excited about what's going on, Dan, and thank you for having me today, and thank you for the efforts in what you're doing and how you're just helping so many people become aware of various efforts that are taking place through our community. And this is huge, seeing people come together and just partner together.
I appreciate
with
that.
no hidden agendas, just about getting things done.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm senior pastor at the Experience Christian Center, and we are a church that's always been big on outreach and giving. Matter of fact, our theme for our church is we're bigger than a Sunday. That's our motto. That we're bigger than a Sunday. We believe that we work Monday through Saturday. And as you work, we know that harvest always comes. And we believe Sundays are harvest days. But we believe that Monday through Saturdays are days that we really work to service our communities. And so right now, man, we understand what's happening. We understand the fear that is out there in our nation as well, where people are worried about they're worried about essentials, like small things now that are major things, as far as food and shelter, clothing. So many different things have slowed our nation down. And so part of our efforts at the church, we wanted to jump out and we wanted to begin to make a difference by feeding our community. Check this out. Our church is in the Pine Hills community area. And in that area, we have a lot of Title I schools, which simply means that the majority of our kids in our neighborhood areas and those surrounding areas within our church depend upon the breakfast and the lunch as well of the local schools for feeding per day. Some of our kids only receive breakfast and lunch from school and really don't receive anything at home once they get home in the later evenings. And we have we've been consistent in our efforts in helping with food banks in the local schools. But now it's an opportunity for us to have to do a little bit more because of the fact that those kids aren't at school. And so I talked with the leadership of our church and we said, let's come together. Let's do it like we always do. When the hurricane came through, Dorian came through, and other hurricanes in the past, we've been feeding people. And so we went back to feeding, something that we know how to do, something that the community kind of knows us for as well. And so today was day 12 of us feeding our communities. And we're there every day from 10 to 1 or 10 until supplies last. And we're averaging 400 to 500 people per day.
And where can folks bring food?
We're at 5230 Indian Hill Road. 5230 Indian Hill Road.
And we'll post that afterwards so people can know where to get food to.
Definitely.
Awesome. So go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt. Obviously, without the schools being open, a lot of these kids aren't eating because that's how even the parents rely on feeding them. So that's where you come in, right?
Yes. And so what we've done is we've partnered with organizations like Second Harvest. So we have them giving some meals, but we also have been grocery shopping. And so we go grocery shopping on a daily basis at our church, and we literally bag up bags of groceries. And we don't give them enough for the whole week on purpose because we don't want anything wasted. But what we do is we make it where every day you can depend upon us to be here. to service you until this whole season has lifted from us. And so we're seeing hundreds of cars come through daily. It's a drive-through process, so it's completely safe. We're being very mindful of social distancing. We have on our masks as well as our gloves. And so people are very, very well protected as they're working in the effort. And in most cases, we're putting the groceries in trunks and allowing the people, just after we put in the trunk, we put the trunk back down for them and say, God bless you, have a great day. They ride on about their business, man. But
like a Walmart drive-through.
A Walmart drive-through.
I love it.
It's been great for us. We have a lot of volunteers that come out and help us. But we have been there Monday through Fridays, 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock. And it's just part of who we are and what we want to do. And we're committed to being here and doing this until the season shifts for us.
Yeah, and I mean, we've never seen anything like this before. Obviously, in the communities that you're in, I know I do. I try and do a lot with. I have Sarah and Jessica coming on at 4, and they're local real estate attorneys, but they're very big with PACE and they're very big with Make-A-Wish. And then they do every holidays, like around Thanksgiving, we always do where they feed local families. So they're very involved in that. So to hear that you're doing this and there's somebody in the community that's stepping up at a time where it's needed, that's awesome. Because a lot of us are scared to go out. Me included. A lot of us are afraid. We want to help and we want to do something to give back, but we're scared to go out. And I'm not afraid to admit it. You know, I got 2 kids and a wife at home, and we're doing this. So my way of giving back, I just felt like I'd like to give people a voice and a platform to kind of help people through this shift. So I kind of just started doing this. And what would you tell?
Go ahead.
And what would you tell people? Like, I've got different people that have private Facebook groups, different folks that are out there trying to give back. How can they reach you? What can they do? Is there something we can post in these groups where if people don't want to come out of their house, they can provide monetarily, where you can purchase groceries that way?
Yes, sir. One of the things they can always do is they can go to our Facebook page, the Experience Christian Center. That's the Experience Christian Center. They're able to go there as well and see the efforts of what we're doing. They can also visit my page, my personal page. That's Derrick McRae. And I go daily to talk to everybody live, to let them know that we're here again, share this, to let everybody know. This has been our form of marketing to get everybody to come out to the sites that we're located. They can also visit our church website. That is THEEXP.org. That's theexperience.org. And so they're able to go there as well. And
we'll get all this information in the feed for everybody who doesn't have a pen, or if you're in your car or somewhere, we'll get all this information out to you.
And one of the most simplistic ways to sow, and so many people have been doing it, is our Cash App. And so it's the $ ECCORL. And what is great about that is we've been working to get people on a daily routine giving $5, $10 towards the efforts. And because we're seeing, different ones give it, we're able to help assist our community in a more impactful way. But that's been my whole motto this entire time. As long as everybody does their part, because everybody's not going to be able to come out and volunteer. Everybody won't be able to go out and feed somebody. Everybody won't have money, but everybody can do something. And that's the whole key. As long as our community is all doing something together, we'll all come out of this together. And
it's good that you're using. It's good that you're using the Cash App, because I know, like my dad, I try to reach out to him sometimes when the kids have like GoFundMe's going on from school, and he'll tell me, I'm not giving you money in GoFundMe. I'll send it to you because a percentage of it goes away. So when you're doing it straight through like a Cash App or a Venmo, that's good. You get 100% of the proceeds, and you're able to use it for a good. As a matter of fact, I have Cash App on my phone right here. So let's see. What is your thing? $?
$ECCORL.
ORL.
And you should see the logo pop up.
Confirm. And this will be, donation. And I don't know. People can see. Let's see. All right. Well, I don't know if you can see, but I just sent
Oh man, I appreciate you
I
so
just sent
much.
$100. So if
Thank you.
everybody else can do the same, you don't have to give as much. But every
Any
dollar
amount,
counts,
every dollar counts.
and I'm sure that can feed a family. So it's my pleasure to do that. So
I,
awesome. I feel like
I appreciate you. That's what it's all about. And I've been promoting other organizations that's doing it as well, because it's just about, and I've been really encouraging churches all across the community, no matter where you are locally, just do something. And if you do something in Winter Garden, if you do something over on the east side, if you do something in Apopka, if you do something in Ocoee, we're doing something in Pine Hills. It helps shoulder the burdens of so many, because there are a lot of people who are fearful, especially in the inner city community. I want to say this because I know when this kind of first came out, and this is one of the things that really encouraged me to do it, Dan. When this first came out, we saw a big rush into the grocery stores, and people were just buying up a lot of stuff, a lot of toilet paper. For whatever reason, I'm still kind of confused on what's the toilet paper issue.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous myself, but I think my wife did well. We got about 50 rolls left, so I know that she's telling me I can only use 4 squares, and I got to fold 3 times before I can flush. So
you better be careful.
I got strict directives.
But but we saw so much food leave the shelves. You know who didn't get a chance to get that food at the time? The inner city community. And I was talking to one of our congressional leaders, and I said the reason why they didn't get a chance to get that food is because when this epidemic hit, it didn't mean that they was in a financial position to be able to go out and just splurge on that food like that. So for those who were not able to jump in the first tier, and some now still who don't have the financial means to be able to do it, we wanted to try to settle them to say, at least your babies are going to eat at night. At least we'll have something for you to wake up in the morning and feed your children. And that's the whole effort behind us, man. We just want to make
just milk, cereal.
Yeah.
Obviously water, they can turn on the sinks. There's things like that. I mean, that's my dad tells me, we never had a filter in the kitchen, right? And
hey,
now,
I grew up on faucet water, man. That green water hose outdoors was the best water ever.
And it was cold.
It was cold.
I remember we used to take a hose and we'd cut it and we'd screw it onto the sink at the local gyms. And then you'd have a little hose thing there so you could drink when you're done playing ball.
That's survival, man. And I'm telling you, that was the best water. That's better than any bottled water I've ever tasted. And so, but today's generation.
Unless you're in Flint, Michigan, you're safe.
Oh man, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. But yeah, that's what our whole purpose was, is we wanted to make sure we got a chance to help out the local children. And in helping kids, we found that we started helping parents. It's amazing. You got to see, the other day was a family of maybe about 7 people that were walking. And what's also very, very challenging and also heartfelt is the fact that we had a family that was walking past the church. We have these signs out on the streets as well, yelling free food. So as you're riding by, you get to see that this church is giving free food over here. And this family walked past, and we had to convince them to come in and get the food. And one of the reasons why we had to convince them is because they're not used to always receiving with no strings attached. Right. And we want to show them, listen, we don't need to know your address.
And don't have pride. Don't have pride.
And don't have pride. We just want to
take it,
come in and receive. And I think we have to, this season is teaching all of us to be more generous in our givings, so that we can help pull down some of those preconceived notions that if I receive something from you, I got to do something as well. And so we want to take that out as well.
And people, they, a lot of folks, they think that, I know for me, I grew up with an Irish Catholic grandmother, and she taught us, you give not to receive, so always, if you talk to people around me, I'll buy you lunch, I'll do whatever I can, just because it makes me feel good. I don't necessarily need you to tell me, hey, I'm going to lunch today, I'll buy you, you got me yesterday. No, if that happens once in a while, then I'm cool with it. I won't.
You won't reject it.
Yeah, my dad was a policeman down in South Florida, and I remember being a kid, and I remember he was working an off-duty job, and they were giving food to the law enforcement officers, and I remember him telling me, I was like, I don't like that. He says, "Hey, it's free. Eat it."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I
And
remember that.
that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to be a helping hand. We're trying to just help our generation and our community out. And we appreciate so much the business partnerships of some of the individuals in our city who have just decided, you know what? And you ought to see some cars ride by. People who are who have the means right now. They're riding by and like, hey, I love what you all are doing. Here's $30. Thank you all so much. And we are taking 100% of everything that comes in, and we're shopping for the next day. And that's what I love about it. You ought to see the faces of those who are going out and shopping. We're running through stores and picking up supplies and
Oh
getting
man, that's great.
bags.
And just to be out and about and doing that, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
So what we'll do when we get off of here, make sure you go back into this. I know you're going to share it because you want your, share it with everybody, and then put your, your $ Cash App, your how to get a hold of you, how to give, and there's a lot of
I'm doing
ways.
it as we speak.
And what I actually, I'm trying to text a few people here to see if, let's see if I can get, I'm going to see if I can get this guy on the phone.
Okay.
Let me see if he'll, let's see if we can get some people on the phone here, see if we can't try to get some donations. Hey, David.
Yes, sir.
So I'm live with Pastor McRae.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
How's it going, Pastor?
It's doing well, man. How are you?
Good. I've been tuning in a little bit to the live. Thanks for all the work you're doing. It's amazing.
Awesome. I appreciate you as well.
Hey, so what can we do to help the pastor out here and get him some food or some money or some? How can we help?
Let's do it. Let's get so for people that are out there watching right now. Let's see if we can maybe do like a little match or something.
Okay, how much do we want to match?
Let's see. On my side, let's see. I got $500 right now that I'll match.
Okay. So that's David Pavlik with Goel Worldwide, and
Okay.
he said that he will match up to $500 right now, today. So let's give up to $500. I did 100, so I'll go another 400. So that's a total of 1,000 that we'll match. We'll match up to 1,000 together. So
Wow.
if we get some people out there to give up to give more, give as much as you can. But David at Goel Worldwide and myself, we will match up to the first $1,000 to help out in the community here and help Pastor McRae out. So that'd be great. Please make sure that you promote that and let everybody know that we are here to help you as a community in Orlando.
That's huge, man. I really appreciate that as well.
Absolutely.
That speaks definitely to your heart. I really appreciate that. And the community appreciates that.
Yeah, David, man, that's really awesome. And I know you're a faith-based guy as well. And we do appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So yeah, let's get people in the comments to put a dollar amount out there, and we'll be watching it. And as it comes in, then we'll match it.
Awesome, man. Hey, thank you so much, David. And I'll talk to you later. I know you're coming on later this week. Looks like Wednesday at 1. So we look forward to speaking to you as well and hearing all that you're doing.
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, someone said to tag people in the comments, so definitely tag away, tag your friends, tag your family. Someone let's raise some money for what the work that's being done out there. People need it. So I'm excited. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Dan.
Awesome, David. Thank you. You have a good day.
Take care, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
There we go. You guys heard it. David at Goel Worldwide and myself, we're matching up to $1,000 for what he's doing in the community. So we appreciate that, Pastor. And thank you for all you're doing.
I appreciate you so much, Dan. And anything you need, please let us know as well. We're always looking to partner and collaborate with different efforts that really impact our communities.
Awesome. Well, the ladies that I have coming on at 4 o'clock, Jess and Sarah, we really need to get you involved with them as well because they are huge. I mean, Sarah chairs Pace, and Jessica chairs Make a Wish, and then together they have their own charity. It's an anti-gala they do at Lexus every year, and each year they choose a different charity. So definitely need to get you involved with them, and they also do a holiday feeding every year. So,
Awesome.
they'll be great, and they'll be on at 4 o'clock with me too, talking about real estate law and stuff. So um, tune in, and hey,
Will
please
do.
let everyone know what we're doing. And thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you. If you want to come on anytime, just hit me up and we'll do it.
Sounds good, man. I appreciate you, Dan.
All right, boss. You take care.
And special thanks to Sean for connecting us.
Yes. Thanks, Sean.
Yes,
He's
yes.
stuck over there at the dealership, man. He's essential.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
All right, man.
All right, buddy.
Take
Take
care.
it easy.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.